Happy Saturday! Welcome to episode 5 of Adventures in Happiness, a special two-part series my friend Camille and I are doing today. And if you have never been here with us before, with me here on this channel, just want to let you know that this is Adventures in Happiness, where I introduce you to people who are taking radical responsibility for their own happiness. And some of you probably saw that video that I did last week about the termites, which actually aren't termites, that we found in my kitchen. And they're not here right now. They come and go. Anyway, so that just like started this whole ball rolling. That was a week ago Friday. Started this whole ball rolling with my kitchen situation. And I did that video. And my friend Camille, who is a kitchen coach, and we're going to meet her, and she's going to tell us about what she does. She saw that video, and I think she was probably horrified because this is like what she does. And she has been telling me since I very first met her, I've basically been complaining about my kitchen because it's one of those things that in my life that is like my biggest annoyance. And so she's been telling me since I met her that we could very easily fix my kitchen. And I really have a hard time believing that. So today she's going to walk us through a little bit of, I'm going to talk to you, like I'm going to tell her about these obstacles I have. We haven't really talked about like the deals within my kitchen right now that are problems. And we're going to do that on camera. But, it's when she talks to me and tells me like it's really no big deal, it's really easy. And she was telling me this yesterday, it really starts lifting that overwhelming feeling off of me, because I am always such a person that I want to do everything myself. I want to figure it out. And in this particular instance, and I'll go through this more when we're on camera, when Camille's on camera with us, but there's just a lot of things there's a lot of obstacles, and some of them are design related, most of them, but then I have personal obstacles to overcome too. So, and she's like, I'm not different than anyone else. When I was telling her about some of these things, like, yeah, these are the problems that everybody has. And since I'm all about finding solutions to things, that's what she's going to help me do. And I'm so grateful for it. And if I've learned, really the biggest lesson that I've learned this year is that I need to ask for help. And that really isn't the kind of person that I used to be, but it has changed my life in 2018. And I am so grateful to the people that I have in my life who, when I reach out to them and ask for help, or they reach out to me like Camille did. I wanted to interview her for a completely, different reason. And she like totally stepped up above and beyond what I was even expecting, and what she has said today and what she's going to help and show me here today. And I don't know either, like we're going to get to find this out together. It's like so exciting for me. It's like Christmas, because like, this is just one of those things, obstacles in your life. There's easy ones that you can easily fix. And then there's bigger ones that take more time and are more overwhelming. And that this one is probably the biggest one in my life, honestly, for me. And when she just broke it down and said it's easy, that just is there's so much freedom in that. So before I bring her on camera, I just want to warn you that I'm doing this from my house. My kids are here, my dogs are here. I'm not doing it in my studio. I'm doing it in my kitchen, of which I really didn't want to have to show you my kitchen until it was completely remodeled, but that's not going to happen tomorrow. So I have to just start here. And Camille's in the same situation where she's got some barking dogs. My dogs are just now going to start barking. So we're just going to work around that and have fun with it, right? Right? Okay, so let me bring Camille on camera. Here she comes. I want to welcome Camille Finan. She's coming. She's coming. Okay. There she is. Hi.
Hey, ladies.
Okay. Isn't that perfect?
Happy Saturday.
Okay. Listen, can you just tell us a little bit about you? Sorry, hold on. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Okay, can you just
I can't see it. Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay,
I can
perfect.
I have to call my dog wrangler in and have my son come in here and help me with my with bamboo.
With puppies, I know.
Yes. And that's gonna happen. So anyway, so sorry about that. Can you tell us a little bit about you, if you will, please, and what you do and how you help people?
with what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So I'm so my name's Camille, and I'm a kitchen cabinet maker. So I build cabinets for a living, and I've been doing that for a long time. Before that, I was a university professor and did marketing and business development. So I kind of have a unusual combination of those two things. But basically, I love solving problems, whether it's in a business or it's in a kitchen. It's the same thing. I'm always trying to figure out what's the simplest, least expensive, most effective way of doing anything, right? And so so that's what I do for a living right now. And then I also sort of teach. I'm transitioning to teaching women how to do kitchen design online. So that's what I'm kind of doing in my current life. And and so I've done lots and lots of kitchens, thousands of kitchens. So for me, this is a really, fairly simple thing to do, but I do definitely understand that it is very stressful and overwhelming for most women because it's their very first time doing it. So I'm just here to help.
Well, I love that. I mean, yeah, and I think the thing is,
it's just fun.
I know, it's so funny that you say
it's just fun. Yeah.
That's what you're like yesterday. You're like, no, it's just so much fun for me. And it's like, it's fun for me. I like designing. I like looking at pictures and all that. That's really fun. But then when it comes to actually like making like progress in something, it gets very, I get so overwhelmed and then I just shut down entirely. And, but based on our conversation yesterday, I really realized, and I hope this is just the first step of me being able to, because I gotta talk my husband into this, and the termite thing has been like a step in the right direction. It really has. It's like, okay, he's ready to change some things, and luckily we don't have to do like major house construction because we have to. And one of the things that's really hung me up, I think, a lot of things. It's a big job, like to have your whole kitchen torn apart and all that. That's one thing. Yeah. But also, like not being able to make a decision about something because I want to do it right the first time, and I have a lot of design challenges. So should we just get right into that? Like, should we go into my kitchen and show you?
We should. But what I will say is that one of the things I think is good about this little, whatever thing that we're doing today is that I think where you're stuck is that you don't have accurate information. So, or you have information, but all the information is just reinforcing how stressed out you are, that it can't be done, it's too expensive, it's this, it's that. So basically what I'm doing is just helping you get better information. And so whenever I'm stuck with something that I personally feel like I'm just going around and around and I'm just spinning my wheels, I always ask myself, do I actually know the correct information? And can I get better information? And it can just be a little bit better, right? Just a little bit better can generally help me solve the actual problem. And so that's all I'm doing, is that because I'm a cabinet maker, I actually know how to build the cabinets. I know what's possible, what's not possible. I don't have to spend months trying to figure it out. I'm just going to know what's going to be the most effective way to build the cabinets to make it the most functional. Then that helps me figure out what's going to cost. So it's just because I happen to know specifically the best information in this specific example. If it was something you knew how to do, I would be asking you for better information, right? So that for all the people watching, if you find yourself being stuck and you're just going around and around, you need better information, not just more information. You need better information, and that will help you actually make a decision. So that's what I'm giving you today. That's what I'm giving everybody watching, is actually useful information so they can decide how to move forward.
Well, on that point, I will tell you, I think, and that's why I really love what you're doing so much online, because I'm very, I'm a researcher, I'm a paralegal, I research everything, and even in this situation, in the past before I met you, it's like, well, where would I go get better information?
Exactly.
And so now that's what I love about what you're doing online, and I also because it's also a two-way conversation instead of just reading an article on Pinterest or looking at how to do it on YouTube or any of that, where you can just really cut to the chase, because everyone knows I'm all about efficiency. And I love that you talked about that in your intro too. And that's one thing about this kitchen. I know the inefficiencies, and I don't really know how to solve them. And then that creates that spinning, that.
Yeah, you're just constantly thinking about it, but it's never. Yeah. So, and I think that's a really good point, is that my class to teach women how to do kitchen design online is specifically so that there's this feedback loop. back and forth. So the people watching are gonna be able to watch I'm going to be able to tell you why this works.
Mhm.
Not just this is what you should do, why this works and why the other thing won't work. My justification, my reasons for it after thousands of kitchens. So then I think you'll be like, oh, well, now if I still want that thing, I
Yeah.
can still have that, but now I'll know what Camille thinks why it's not going to work, right?
Yeah.
Or why this is so important. So it's that feedback loop that most women don't have access to because they're not dealing with a real contractor, someone that literally does this every single day. And I cook, like you, I cook every single night. So I really know what it's like to not be able to find your tinfoil and your Tupperware. I mean, that stuff is super freaking irritating, right? So I know what it feels like to live in a really, really disorganized kitchen. So I have a personal vested interest in making it as enjoyable and pleasurable as possible. So
Yeah.
So you want me to sort of take over?
Yes.
Tell you what I need to see.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we have any comments or questions? Can you
I see a lot of highs. Let's say hello to everybody.
Actually, let's say hi to everybody. Who's there?
Yeah, this is a really great time to say hello to everybody because we have some really great friends and people here supporting us today. And so let me read the comment. Chris Mejia is here in the house. Chris, hello. Thank you for joining us. We have Kim McGee.
Hi, Kim, baby steps McGee.
My auntie Mary Farrell is in the house.
Mary.
Love. And there are other people here.
But we don't know who they are.
I don't know who they are. They're our mystery viewers. So if you
That's all right, though. That's okay. And I know Lori's doing her shop today. She's at her co-op today. So hi to Lori if she's watching.
Hello. Okay, so there's 7 people here. I don't know. If you guys say hello to us, I will be able to say hello to you. Otherwise, I can't see who's on here.
Well, or put it in the Facebook post. They can put it in the Facebook comment, I think, and I can see it here. But
you different things?
On Facebook.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah. I want to check this technology out.
Well, I'm watching you on Facebook, so I can see.
Oh, you are. Okay, well, you deal with that part of it. Let's focus on what I need.
So the first step so what I do with my clients is I teach them something called DFIO, design from the inside out. So most customers, most women want to just have a really beautiful kitchen, right? So they're looking at the outside parts. The problem is that you never really fix the problems when you just go to a normal cabinet maker or a kitchen designer. They're just going to do linear foot. They're going to make it efficient linear foot. Well, or not. They're going to charge you more typically because they want to make it as expensive per linear foot as they can. That's how they make more money. They're not going to ask you where you put anything. They're not going to know whether you're a baker or you do big spaghetti feeds, whether you're a single woman, whether you have 8 kids. They're not going to ask you anything about how you actually cook. So what I've sort of created over the years is the ability to, one, notice what my clients are doing by looking at what's inside their cabinets, and then see the similarities. Like most of us have the same, we're going to all have tinfoil, we're going to all have Tupperware, we're going to have some sort of food pantry items, we're going to have utensils. There's a lot of commonalities, and all of those things need a place. And those things that we use every single day are the things that make it really frustrating when they're mixed in with things we hardly ever use. So that's step 1, is we're mixing things that we use frequently with things we barely use, like Christmas stuff and stuff we inherited from our parents and stuff that we bought one time at Home Depot and we've never used again, or from Michael's or whatever. So that's kind of my first thing that I'm doing is if you were my client, you were paying me to do this, I would walk into your kitchen and I would quickly try to assess, how is she cooking? What is the bulk of the stuff that she's doing? Is she a baker? Is she got a bunch of little kids who's doing stuff quick and fast? Does she have teenage boys? Does she have 8? I do. Right? Does she have 8 kinds of cereal? Does she have 1 kind of cereal? Is she a vegetarian? Is she a meat lover? So that's in general what's going on in the back of my head. Okay, so I have that in the back of my head. Then I have, we need a place to put what I call the workhorse of the kitchen, which is all your main stuff that every single person has in every single kitchen. So everybody's going to have like some big categories of things. So I already know in the back of my head, cabinetry-wise, we need a place for the workhorse items. Then the next thing are things more like convenience things that really make it enjoyable to be in your kitchen, like a soft closing garbage can, a place for your spices, a really great pantry. And it's specifically my kind of pantry, not the pantry that I see that's directly behind you. I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen when you open that door. right? The pantry's right behind you. So there's a way to improve that pantry. Yep. So that's what I'm looking at.
That's called a huge waste of space.
Exactly. But I'm going to show you how to make a better pantry in that same small space. So in my head, those are the 3 big things I'm sort of looking for. Okay.
Perfect. Because that's exactly.
And that's just in the back of my brain. So now the first step that I need to do is I have to make you I need to know what we're working with as far as constraints. So that's in the back of my head. Then the next thing is as a contractor, I'm thinking of what are the things we're not going to change, right? Did you get comments?
Somebody joined me all the way from Vancouver, Canada, and this is crazy because she's visiting me specially from Vancouver right now, and this is a really big deal to me. She's never been on one of my live videos before.
Vancouver in the house.
Vancouver is in the house, and I just have to say, she told me she would be here. This is a big deal. Hi, Auntie D. Hi. And Sarah Coleman just jumped on with us.
Sarah.
I'm just going to keep doing this as we go.
Keep jumping in. It's like
yes, I want to say hello to people. This is really important. I appreciate when people get on here with us.
Love it.
Okay.
So the first step for me after that stuff sort of in the back of my brain is that I need to be able to do a basic sketch, and the sketch is going to help me figure out where the constraints are, the things that we're not going to change. I always like to start with a client at the least expensive thing, the thing where we're doing the minimal cabinets, the minimal best cabinets. You can always knock walls out. You can always expand, right? But I like to start with the least expensive way to do that. And the best way to do that is to not move anything that's already there. Meaning, we're not moving plumbing, we're not moving your stove, we're not moving your fridge, we're not moving walls or windows. We're working within the constraints that we have. So in order to do that, in order to figure out what's available for cabinetry, I have to do a basic sketch, and that's going to give me some dimensions so I can start to see where can I put the right kinds of cabinets, right? So I'm going to do on a piece of paper so everybody can see. You're going to kind of swivel your camera around and then you're going to go off camera and do some measurements for me. And then I'm going to do a brief sketch, and then I'm going to walk you through how I would lay out the new cabinets given those first 3 things. We need a place for the stuff that has to be there. We need a place for the luxurious, pleasurable things like garbage cans, spices, that stuff, and a pantry. And then I'll give you the justifications of why I think those things should be there. So
okay. And can I just tell you, can I just interject something right here? And I don't know if this matters or not, but I live in a condo or like a townhouse.
Okay.
And so some of the people on my street have done like major kitchen remodels.
Right.
And these, which is not like, I can't even imagine doing that, but there are some limitations that I just know within our own. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because I know we even just within our own association, there's things that I can't do. And like when I show you some of the pictures of like, the things that I want, maybe you can help me find the solution to that.
So okay. First, which I agree. And then the 4th step would be you're going to get to jump in and tell me the things you still hate or things you'd like. But first I need an initial sketch so I know like some dimensions, because then I'll be able to quickly play off of you and go, nope, that's not going to work or whatever. So let's do that wall, your pantry wall first. Can you scooch it to your right? So,
yes, because this is what happens when you walk into my kitchen from the living room, and it's backwards for you viewers, but when you come into my my kitchen, then if you turn to the right, I have this, gosh, it's so hard to see, but you're getting an idea, right, Camille?
Why don't you just leave it where it was and just tip it down so it's back farther? Because I can actually see it.
Oh, you can?
Yep. Okay. Just tip it down and to the peninsula.
That's not a peninsula, but okay.
Oh, okay. That's a wall. Okay.
My kitchen is really small. Okay.
So I need a measurement for that wall. And can you show me the end of the cabinets? I can't quite see the end of the pantry. The other end.
Well, that I'm going to have to show you because it's
right there. Oh,
can you see it?
It doesn't have to be. Okay, there, I got it. Okay, yep. So what's the distance of that wall of the cabinets right now?
Okay, let me tell you. So when you come in the entry, Okay, it's 69 inches. You come in, and there's a countertop, and then
tip it. Can you twist it a little bit so I can see what you're doing as you're doing it? Just a little, right? A little more, right there. Yeah.
Right there?
That pantry wall is 69 inches?
Okay, from here.
Yeah.
Here.
That's 69?
And then it kind of curves. It makes like a little bit of a curve.
Okay.
And then it will not curve, like an angle. And then it's 53 inches.
So is it like that? It's like a U kind of thing?
No, let me show you.
Not quite a U, but
I'll draw you a picture.
yeah, and I'm gonna sketch the other side because I kind of could see your fridge in the corner.
Okay.
Oh, I can see you right there.
You see that?
Yeah. And then it just does that little one angle. It doesn't go straight again, right?
Nope. Then it just ends. There's a little bit of countertop next to my sink, probably about a foot's worth.
Is your sink on that side?
No, it's 18 inches. My sink is
where you are standing now?
Yeah, it's right in front of me.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, so 69.
In front of me.
And is there a window behind that, I assume?
Yes.
Got it. Because otherwise that would be really irritating.
This is it. Okay. Maybe I can show you.
Huh?
Can you see?
I didn't see. I was looking down when you. Oh, there we go. Yeah, got it. Okay. Can you measure your sink just real quick for me? Roughly the cabinet. It looks like a 36-inch base cabinet.
Well, it's all one piece, but yes.
Yeah, but the sink will be it'll be obvious like a 30 or a 36.
If I just measure the top of my sink, it's 33.
Okay, so it's in a 36-inch base cabinet. Okay. All right. 69 to the corner. And then can you swivel it back again to the pantry wall? Is there a cooktop there?
No.
So that's all open.
The cooktop's on the other side, see?
The stove is on that side. Okay, so let me the corner fridge.
I cannot believe you can do this on like this.
Okay, just swivel it back to the stove side, just slowly. All right. So it looks like about maybe a 20-inch cabinet to the left of the stove.
Well, this is can I just tell you, this is the most
yeah, I know.
area.
Yeah, I can see it. So measure your stove and measure left and right of the stove for me, please.
Okay, that cabinet next to my stove is 22 inches.
Yep, that's what I thought.
The countertop next to the stove is 34 inches.
This way, right? So from the back corner to the fridge is 34?
Yes.
So that's a 10-inch. Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, now if I measure...
Okay, hold on. I got to catch up with you. Hold on. 34. Can I get the depth of your refrigerator? Depth, not width, depth.
Okay, but I don't want this refrigerator. Yeah, I want
that was going to be my first choice. Yeah.
Luckily Brandon agrees. This is the worst refrigerator ever made.
Yeah. Well, it's too deep for the space.
Well, it's like 33.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would be my first. Well, we'll get into my suggestions, but okay. Then I need the measurement from to the right of the stove. Hey, we do have comments. They just took a while.
That's 39 inches.
How come I can't? Oh, there's the comment. Hold on. I thought I had this turned off. The comments just posted over here.
What comments? What did they say?
On Facebook, just Sarah saying, Vanessa, are you ripping out her cabinets? Not yet. We're just brainstorming. We're just having fun. What's to the right of the stove?
That's my dream, Sarah. That's my dream.
That's what we're hoping. Yeah.
Okay, wait. What was your question?
Right of the stove. What was that number?
Oh, 39.
Okay. Okay. And then is there anything on the, that's it, right? That's the cabinets?
That's the cabinets.
Right?
Yeah.
Is there anything in that other room?
Well, that's like truly the biggest waste of space. Okay, they call this a kitchen. I have to turn this on. They call this.
Yeah, it's too small to actually be used.
Well, I have some ideas actually.
Okay.
But okay, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
So, can I just tell you a little bit about this room, because this is probably the most used room in our house. When we come in, when we come in from my patio, I'm showing you guys.
You got Joey on here too, so. Hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
When you come in from the patio, because of the door, it takes up most of the space.
Well, when you come in from the patio, this is where we come in. We come in my house here. So that's why I don't have anybody over to my house.
Yeah.
Because you come in and this is the first thing you see.
Mm-hmm.
And so like this is a really big deal that I'm showing everybody, because my friends I've never even invited my friends over to see my house. So
it's actually not that bad. It's not that bad.
The whole
world's
I know
what you mean. It feels embarrassing to show your stuff.
Excuse me. But let me just say, this room has to have a function where my boys do their homework. They their backpacks are on the floor. We have the trash can out in the middle of the room with the recycling thing. You know, for such a small space, it has to have a lot of functions. Like I have a homework zone and that sort of thing.
Yeah, which I can already see is easy to do. I can already tell you there's a solution to that. So
okay, and I have a picture, because I have lots of pictures. So the way I envision in my head how to solve it, because in my kitchen, you guys can probably already see this, but storage is a major issue here. Like zero storage, and my cabinets are from the 80s. And
I've already got it fixed though. I've already got it fixed for your storage. So this is going to be really straightforward.
What do I need?
Okay, can you? Yeah. This is literally what I do every day. So this is just like every other kitchen. I know it feels. It's just.
You mean I'm not a special snowflake?
You're not a
special snowflake.
Okay, so can you gently rotate the camera so I can see the dimension to the right of the stove? I need to get a general idea of how close the stove is to that window, to the door, to the room. Keep going, but no, just swivel it. Keep going, swivel so I can see the door. See how much room we have to work with. Oh, it's not a door. Sorry, the window. Back. The window to the right of the stove. I'm trying to see how much.
Okay.
The window.
Okay. The window towards the right of the stove. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like. Well, I want to see you measure. Can you? I want to see what you're measuring to, because I don't want you to go. I want you to go about no closer than 3 inches to the edge of that window.
Okay.
It looks like about 22 inches. I'm going to get my calculator. I'll be right back.
Wait. Question: should I measure from the side of the stove all the way to the window?
No,
okay.
Just from the edge of the cabinet, not the countertop.
Edge of the cabinet. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay, that's 32.5, so I don't forget. And now I have time to say hello to you guys. Hi. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying this. This is too good to be true for me, really. You can tell how excited I am, because I've been dreaming about this for so long. Yay, she's back. Okay.
I forgot my tape measure, but this is actually better. I can show you with a sewing tape better. Okay, so you said it was how much?
Well, it's 32.5. I already took into account the 3 inches you told me to take off of there.
That can't be 30 inches wide. I'm looking right at it. That's where
from the edge of my counter to here.
Cabinet. Edge of the cabinet.
Is 35.5.
Okay. It's a little bit of an optical illusion. Okay, so let's just go with 30. Okay, that's what I needed. All right, and then swivel me around so I can see the door jamb to the sink side. Like, what's available there? Is that right? Is the sink cabinet right up to the door window? Yeah, like a little bit. See, it's so dark I can't tell. It's backlit.
Wait, let me turn my light off. Let me try.
Yeah. It looks like there's still room available there. See, oh no, it's right up to it. Yeah.
Not much.
We can get like 1.5 inches, but okay. I just wanted to know what the maximum available space was.
And Camille, I should also tell you, I'm sure this probably matters, that there's a step down that my kitchen up here where I am is about when you go down into that nook is
oh, it's not flat?
no, there's about it's like a 4.5 inch little step.
Ah. All right. Well, that's all right. We can still. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's still like that's why we needed to know what the constraints are, right? Like every kitchen has something. It's not specific to you. Some are too big, some are too small, too short, too tall. Like it's just like people. So
Yeah.
kitchens are like people, right?
Yeah.
So okay, what's the width? Your fridge looks like a 36, but can you just confirm that so I can see that it's actually? Oh, good. Kim McGee's here. Yay, Kim McGee. 36.
It's 36. Kimmy has been here since the beginning. Where is
she? Kim. Awesome. Kim McGee. Okay, so we can't. So okay, well, I've got my ideas. Why don't you tell me what you hate at this point, and then I'll incorporate the things that you want, and I'll incorporate them. I already have my idea of what I would do. So.
Okay, so the things that don't work.
The things that I hate about my kitchen are.
Okay, so we got to start at the pantry.
You don't want to start with the first one, the color?
Well, I'm going to fix that myself. Is the minute I have a free time.
That's easy.
I can't live with this. And my husband just agreed last week that I could paint finally. So that's going to be solved soon. But yes, that's not this is not my color scheme.
Okay. So your pantry. So let's talk about your pantry.
Yes. Let's talk about my pantry. Because this wall, you can't see it from the outside. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it from when I show you.
Yeah.
And I'd really rather not open this, but I'm going to.
Well, we can't really see the details actually from back here.
Okay.
So just open it and give us a general idea.
Okay, so when I open it, this wall, it's angled. It's not like a box, it's angled. So the shelves are like triangles.
Okay. And so is the other wall that shape, or I assume they did it because they had to, correct?
They did it because they had to, because my entry from my front door is on the side, and it has like, I have seen people who have done major remodels have somehow knocked that wall out and made it square, but I don't know how they did it. It seems like way more work than I would ever even do.
Yeah, I think we can do it without that. Okay, can you tilt the camera down a little bit so I can see how the pantry cabinet is? Is that door go all the way down to the floor?
Yes, it does. Well, I mean, yeah, my cabinets are off the floor by about...
No, 4 inches. Yeah, the toe kick. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you know your stuff. Yes, 4 inches. You know your...
Can you, if you're standing in front of the pantry, can you visualize about how many inches in that angle is? Is it 5 inches? Is it 10 inches? If you just go and stand in front of it, can you tell me that? You can kind of eyeball it. Just look at it square.
I don't understand the question.
I want to know how far that angle comes into that wall. What would it take to put a square cabinet there?
Oh, a lot.
Well, no, just look inside the pantry.
Well, because I wanted to go look and see. It's a lot.
No, just stand square. Put your shoulder against there. Now, what do you see? Does it visually look like about 5 inches, 10 inches, 12 inches? I mean, the whole cabinet's only 20 inches.
30. 30.
Huh?
30. If I measure the angle from the wall all the way back into the back, it's 30.
Well, what I'm trying to figure it out is just how bad that angle is. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this is the pantry, correct? Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna draw. It's like a big triangle.
What I'm trying to figure out is, what is this dimension? Right?
Well, the back wall of it is 30.
Does the angle literally go like this if this is your door? Does it take up the whole thing? Or is it taking up a little bit of it? Is it just a couple of inches in? I'm trying to get a sense of how much usable space is in that actual current. I mean, I can see it looks like it's about 24 inches wide.
Hey, I'm going to show you so you can see. I mean, it's not going to help you.
Well, I can't. So it goes all the way across the back, it looks like.
Yeah, and it's 30 inches.
Yeah, it's like this, though, is what I was trying to get across. It's like that. Correct?
Yeah, it's a triangle.
Okay, because it could have just been part of it. See what I'm saying? It could have just been part of the angle.
Well, yeah,
the whole angle. Okay, so yeah, so that makes it a little more difficult for a pantry. I would probably put your pantry on the other side then, given that. Let me look at this. Okay, so let's keep going. So your pantry, got it.
Okay.
What's your other thing you hate?
Well, the other thing I hate is the wall that happens to be my backdrop for this video is this whole
corner. Yep.
This whole area is completely unusable.
Unusable. Yep. That's what my first thing was I was going to change. I agree.
And it's tricky. And one of the things that always has hung me up is always thinking how to reconfigure things to make it not so choppy, you know? I think if
corners are the least used part of all kitchens, and yours is just like the perfect storm of the refrigerator and the corner and the stove being so close to the corner that it makes everything else unusable. So it's like the worst corners are generally not very useful, but yours is the worst, is like even worse, right? So that's the first thing I'm going to try to fix. Well, I'm not going to try to. That's the first thing I'm absolutely going to fix. Okay, and so then what else? I just want to make sure I'm including all the things that you already don't like.
Well, first of all, I just want to stop you and say, you know, I just thought, like, from a psychology standpoint, I was like, it's not even fixable. Like, everything has to be completely moved around. So the fact that you even can see some sort of solution in there is very exciting for me. Okay.
Well, the solution is when you do your cabinets. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no fix. Well, I mean, there's some small fixes now.
I've tried.
I've tried everything. The overall cabinets that I'm suggesting are not as expensive as I'm pretty sure you think they are. There's not that many cabinets here.
Okay, and when I'm going to show you my pictures that I have for you too, so you can get an idea, because I understand like now what I want.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other problems, like you've already addressed this, but I need like a trash / recycle bin somewhere. Pull out would be amazing.
On my list.
In my nook area, what I had always thought of, and just since we're talking about it, maybe I'll bring the picture up now, is that I always thought if I could have a bench built in, that I don't know if you guys can see this. If I had a bench built in, can you see that?
Not yet. Yeah, I think you have to share it up above.
Here it is. Can you see it?
Not yet. I might be a lag, but
yeah, maybe there's a little bit of a lag.
Maybe you have to take me down and.
I don't know. Can you guys see it? That's on camera. I'll take it down. I'll put you back up. Okay. Well, the point, what I was saying is, I'm adding Camille back in, is what I was saying is that.
Oh, now I just saw it.
Oh, you did? There's just a lag. I'm just going to add it. There's just a lag. If I had a built-in like bench situation that with hinges,
yep,
I could have so much storage.
But again, that's not what I call it. That's not useful storage.
Oh wait, that's not even the right
storage that's useful.
That's not even the right picture.
Yeah, that's just stuff you do that looks really cute in a picture, but it's not very useful.
So I don't
you have enough room to actually have useful storage.
Okay, that was the wrong picture. What I was talking about was having like a banquette, like built-in benches that have a hinge.
Yeah, I know.
And then just so much storage. So anyways.
It's good for like blankets and stuff like that, but it's not good for what you need in your kitchen. Like for your day-to-day stuff, it's not going to work very well.
Not for like my big mixer and my big pans? Why?
We're gonna put all that stuff in the kitchen. That's going to already have a place. So we're not
Okay,
going to put
that's
your
hard.
mixer in
That's
a
truly
bench.
hard to believe because I feel like there's no space. So this is getting really
No, but that's because the cabinets you have are completely 0% functional.
yes.
That's why. They're just holding up your house. They're not doing anything. So
Okay.
if you had functional cabinets, they would all be, you have square footage, it's just not being used.
Yes.
Stuff's just being thrown in them, it's not being used. So yeah, no, you have enough space to actually have a usable kitchen, by far.
Okay.
I'm gonna just tell you that. Yeah, you don't
That's
have to.
amazing. Okay.
You don't have to put your mixer in your bench. So, okay, so
See why I needed you? You see why I needed you? You see the trouble that I could have got myself into if I would have
exactly.
and done this on my own? Really?
You had a bench that's not very useful.
This
Cute,
is what I have to. Hey,
well, it's useful to sit on. It's useful.
I was actually going to mail order it for. It was like $1,500. Okay,
no,
can you imagine?
No. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. Okay, so so other than that, okay, keep going with the things that bother you. Let's just get them all out.
Okay. This is more of an aesthetic thing, but it really bugs me. And this is one of those things when I was talking about the constraints of my association.
Yeah.
I don't know truly like what I can do, but this window, my kitchen window right here, it's right over my sink.
Yep.
And the ledge is so tiny.
Yep.
And that's why I like the picture that I had added, I think was this one. I'm going to put it up here because I like the way that looks to have that space just so I have something nice to look at.
Yeah. But that's simple to do with just a countertop edge that's deeper. That's a really easy thing to do when you do your countertops. You would just get a little extra countertop made for your windowsill.
Okay.
And then you'd be able to actually set something on it. Like even 8 or 9 inches is a lot to put like pots and put a plant on or a candle on or that kind of stuff.
Maybe you know the answer to this question. And if you don't, answer it. But the window's it seems like it could be bigger. There's space to make it bigger. And I don't know if that's true or not, because I don't know if there's pipes or whatever.
There probably is.
But
wise.
Yeah, okay. Do you think that might be a possibility?
Yeah. And that's just a window company. That's actually super simple to do as far as construction. You just have a couple window companies come out. You have them give you a bid to do a larger window that's maybe a more modern window. They'll give you a specific number. We can come on and do a live. I can go through the bid with you, and I can tell you if I think it's worth the money or not. And then it's just one contractor, and they're just doing one little project. They're just doing the window, which is not combined with the kitchen remodel. Right? You don't have to do those things at the same time. These are all small little things you can do over time. Right? When you have a little bit of money, you can do the window, and just that makes you feel better, right? When you have a little bit more money,
just that little thing.
You plan for the cabinets, right? You can save for the cabinets. Once you have a good bid, you know what you're doing. Once we have your sketch, you won't be stuck in running around not knowing. You'll know, oh, they cost this. That's worth it. That's going to solve this. Now we save for it as a family. Okay. We plan for it. Now we're not wondering what's happening.
Do you think that's something that I'm guessing, because it's like structural, I probably do have to get approval from my homeowners association to change?
No, you don't. This is not structural.
Oh, you don't think so?
I know so.
Oh.
I don't think so. I know so.
That's why I'm consulting the expert here.
Moving walls. Structural is moving walls.
Okay.
Moving gas lines, moving plumbing, going through the floors, the ceilings, doing your basic kitchen model. When we get ready to do the sketch, you're going to use the existing walls and the existing plumbing and the existing electrical. We're not moving any of that stuff. This is literally just for aesthetics. It's going to be a lot more functional, but it's what we call superficial improvements. They're not, you get a permit, just a simple $100 permit, whatever, but we're not structurally doing anything. We're not changing anything. We're putting cabinets back in exactly the same location.
Okay.
They're a lot better cabinets, but it's still superficial as far as remodeling goes. So yeah, I know it for sure. Like it's 100%.
Okay, that's good to know. That's one of those things in my mind that's just like, it hangs me up and stops me, you know? So that's really good to know that's just like thinking about obstacles. That's just like not one more thing
that's not really no. I mean, you might have to, there's probably some little thing they sign off just to say I don't know. Do you have to get their sign off when you paint your house? No, maybe. It's
not on the inside. No, not on. I mean, I can't paint the outside, but not on the inside. No.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, so window, the kids' room, functional for them with backpacks and homework. Okay, the corner where the refrigerator is, the pantry. Okay, what else?
Well, the other thing would just be like a want and what I have, like what I envisioned for myself and how
Okay.
I want like how I want my kitchen to feel.
Okay.
Actually, this is a really good time to point out that Brandon does all the cooking, so I don't want there to be any like I am not the chef here, but Brandon does all the cooking. But I want our kitchen to have like a certain feel, and so that's
Okay.
where I have these pictures. And when you
Yeah.
asked me this yesterday, and I'm a Pinterest person. I've been a person that's ripped pages out of magazines my whole life,
Yep.
so I have quite a collection. And when you were asking me last night about like inspiration pictures or whatever, once I started going through those, I really started to see the pattern in like what I like. Okay. So I was thinking on this wall where there is the awkward pantry.
Yep.
If I took that out and made it, instead of the pantry going all the way up, if I took it out and just made it flat so I could have more counter space there, leave the bottom area for whatever, whatever cabinet could be built there.
Yeah.
And then on that wall, I'm going to show you the picture. On that wall, I'd like to have something like this. I really like the idea of open shelving.
Yep. That was going to be one of my suggestions for you.
Let me show you, like, I have a few favorites. So, like, my favorite pictures, but they're all kind of the same. Can you see that?
Not yet, but I think it's just that lag.
You see it yet?
Nope. For some reason, it doesn't show up here. It only shows up on this, but I have to wait a minute for it.
Okay, well, just right now, all I have is that picture, but I really like the idea.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I like the white subway tiles with the black grout.
Oh, and then it just disappeared. Oh, did you take it down?
No, it's still there.
Why is this? There we go. Okay. So say again, you like
I like the black subway tile with the white grout. I mean, the white subway tile with the black grout. I really like that.
Okay, and what do you like about that?
Okay, these tiles, if you can see that, I don't like those hexagon shape. I don't know how to articulate it. I just know that, like this.
Like the contrast?
I like the cleanness of it, actually, is what
it's like a clean, industrial kind of pretty. Well, what I like that feels like it fits you really well to me is I like the sort of natural wood shelves with the black iron industrial look, kind of a little bit rustic, but it's very peaceful and pretty and clean looking to me. Like it feels like it fits you really well. My only suggestion about the black grout is that you really, really need someone that really knows what they're doing. It's really easy to mess that up because black is going to show literally every small thing that's not been done correctly.
Okay.
So, you can do the same kind of effect a little bit with like a dark gray grout that's way more forgiving than actual black.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of kitchens really effed up because of a not so great tile setter that's sort of used, white's very forgiving and most of the colors we're using in tile are very light. So you can't really see the imperfections. But when you do black, that same guy that might have been able to get away with a lot of stuff for a lot of years, all of a sudden you're going to walk in and go, oh my God, that looks horrible, right? And if you're really anal about stuff, like really obsessive about little stuff that's not perfect, you're going to see every tiny thing, right? And it's permanent, right? You can't get rid of it.
Well, okay, that's good information. So you've unsold me on the black grout.
Well, no, you just want to be there the day it's being installed. You want to make sure you clearly communicate that to the guy that's doing it. You want to show him a good example and a bad example. And you want to make sure you approve it. Like if it starts going badly, you don't just let him be there for 8 hours. You're like, hey.
Yeah, nip it in the bud.
Yeah, that little foot you did there, that needs to be cleaned up. I'm not going to accept that. You don't let him do the whole kitchen, right? Okay. Yeah, so Okay, well that gives me a better design aesthetic, which I think is beautiful. I love that. Oh,
And can
Sacramento.
I tell you one more thing?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know. Like we don't use a microwave, so I don't need a spot for a microwave. Don't use it. I really wish I could get rid of my dishwasher, but I bought like the highest top of the line dishwasher.
Where is your dishwasher? That's the one thing I didn't ask about. Is it to the right? Is it in the 69-inch part?
It's right when it's a little bit over from my pantry. So
It's
right
not.
to the right of my sink.
But it's not in the corner of that little turn.
No, it can't be because
Oh, I see. Oh, got it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've kind of figured out what, this definitely has its own constraints, right? And because of the windows and where the doorways are, um, you're kind of stuck with what you have, but we can definitely make it better. All right, so I'm gonna say, yeah. So I would probably do this actually. What's the width of the little drawers that you have right now to the right of the dishwasher? They look like they're about maybe 15 wide.
well, the completely unuseful drawer and cabinet that are right there are 11 and a half inches wide.
We could probably, I bet if the pantry cabinet wasn't there though, I bet we could make them probably 14. We could probably get a couple of inches just because of like your dish, the way those cabinets are built.
My what I always envisioned was like having like specially built like triangle side, a drawer, two of them stacked on top of each other that I could pull out from there underneath a nice flat countertop, because then that would give me another probably, like 11 inches of counter space over there too.
Yeah, no, I've got my solution of what I'm going to suggest, and then you can still do what you sort of would like, but I'm going to give you what I would think is going to work.
Okay.
Can you show me the sink left and right of the sink on the base again one more time? They look like maybe just a few inches, but I can't quite remember. Yeah, about, and then up just a little, slowly. Okay, so you do have. Okay, well, so you have a 30-inch sink. Yeah, yeah, I got it. Okay, let me change.
If I measure my sink.
No, I know, but I can see it now that it's
Okay, maybe if you measure the underneath part of my sink, like
I'm gonna suggest so if you did, it looks like you could definitely do a bigger window, a wider window, which is gonna make that whole corner feel more open. And I hate having your sink in a corner and your dishwasher in a corner because it gives you that same thing that happens on the fridge side. So I would probably move your sink down, but I also don't like having no place to put stuff left and right of a sink, right? So I'm trying to figure out where to put your garbage can pull out, and I'd like to do it on that sink wall, but I need 16 and a half inches. So I'm just going to kind of roughly sketch it here, and then when you actually get ready to move forward.
I have right in front of me, like to the left of my sink. And actually, my sink is not, it doesn't feel like it's so much in a corner. And the location of it doesn't bother me, just so you know, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But to the left of it, there's like from the end of the cabinet to the side of the sink is like 17 inches.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to put your garbage can.
Okay, that would be great.
Yeah. Usually I don't like them that close, but in this case it's on an outside edge, so people are going to walk up and use it a lot. So that's going to be, and the one that I do is, it's a full 35 quart, 2 of them, front to back. So you would have your garbage in the front and your recycling in the back. So they're quite large, actually.
Okay, did you see that picture?
Huh?
I just put a picture up. Can you see it?
Come on, replay. It's so weird that I can't see
anyone's comments. If there's anybody's comments, I can't see who's here watching us.
I can't see. Well, there's still people here, but they're not talking. I don't know if they're too excited by what we're saying, or
that's probably what it is.
Yeah,
They're probably
what
measuring their
it
own
is.
kitchen. They're out measuring their kitchen.
Oh, yeah, okay. So yes, it is just it's like that except for that extra thing on the right.
Yeah,
Now,
that's that compost.
yeah, okay,
I
so
don't
do
need that.
you see that same picture with that farmhouse sink?
Yeah.
Now that would be one suggestion I would make for you design wise, and I think you would really like that sink. See the sink to the right?
Yes, I want that too. When we kind of redid my kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I mean not like redid, but we got a new sink, and that's what I
Yeah.
was seeing. That I wanted that, and my aunt Brandon was against it, but now he has more trust, I think, since we've done the boys' room downstairs.
Yeah.
Because this right here, this picture that I like.
Kim says we're listening and watching the magic happen.
Oh,
Good.
that's right, baby.
Yeah, well, the thing about those farmhouse sinks is that, especially in a white kitchen, in a kitchen where it has kind of unusual angles like that, and it feels kind of claustrophobic, those sink tends to, one, there I can get it to you wholesale, so you can get it for way less than you think you can get it. Number two, because they're white and they're really kind of big, they feel really luxurious, but they're very simple and clean to take care of. And they kind of give you like a focal point, something really pretty
Love
to
it.
look at. So it kind of distracts your eye from all the other stuff. And I think it goes really well with the rest of your design. So I actually really think I would suggest that for this. And the 30-inch feels very luxurious, like a single bowl 30 is just as nice as the 36. I do them all the time, and people like love them. So
Okay, so I'm
that would be.
more. I want like I'm more into like having big drawers pull out as opposed to cabinets because I think cabinets are a complete waste of space. You can't get.
Yeah, well, that's going to be my number one suggestion. So
Okay.
that's why I needed the sketch, because it's going to help me figure out how many of those we can do,
Okay.
and they're going to solve 90% of all these other problems.
Okay.
So I agree with you with the pantry. Originally, I was going to try to save the pantry location, but because of the sharp angle of that, if it was smaller, I could still have worked around that. But it's not going to be useful. So I agree with you that, which doesn't happen often, that I agree with a client. But I agree with you. That's a best use of that space is extending the countertop. The only difference would be that I would there's no other place to put your dishwasher. I was trying to find another place for that. There isn't. But it does give you, given my new design, you're going to have really nice, luxurious countertops. So we'll be able to do that. I would do drawers to the right of the dishwasher, and I would do a single door that opens in that corner. Is going to be more useful than the actual drawers that pull out. By the time you do the slides and the drawer box, the actual internal usable space it's just not enough. It's not worth it. It's an expensive cabinet to build, and it's just going to look cute, and you're going to end up with crap you never pull out because it's just too small to fit in there. So this is the side. I don't know. It's in pencil.
Wow. My
So
gosh, I feel like you read my tea leaves or something. That's remarkable.
Oh, no, and I'll still draw the fronts. I'm just showing you from the top down.
Yeah, you got the layout right, so that's great.
Yeah, so from the top down, those will be 3 drawers, and those right here, and your garbage can's going to be here. So that solves your garbage and recycling issues that are in the other room. And then this drawer is going to be big enough to put your silverware in the top drawer, and your dish towels in the middle drawer, and the bottom drawer you'll be able to put probably your most used Tupperware. So that solves like 3 things that I know we have to have a place to put. And it's in a good location for putting stuff away for silverware. So that's where I would put that stuff, but I'll just go through the whole thing. And
okay, I have to stop you for a second because I actually forgot to tell you, and maybe this is something that we could do for the pantry.
Okay.
But there is this waste of space. Every place over here has this same thing built in the nook. I don't know why they did it, but I have to show you there's this area over in the corner. And now because you've nixed my bench idea, maybe this is a possibility to be able to make this a pantry. I don't know. But there's this area. I'm going to turn it around.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that it's too far. It's just that it's too far away. I'm going to put your pantry to the right of the stove. So I'm going to show you what my next thing is. So I need to do a little calculation. So that takes care of, that's basically wall 1. The only other suggestions that I would make, well, I'll do the front sketch in a minute, but you obviously need, if you swivel it again to the pantry side, you have uppers that are, you just have two big doors, right?
It's just one.
No, that looks like a pair of doors.
Oh, well, yeah, there's one on the top.
No. Can you go all the way around? Because that whole wall, I no the yeah, that wall.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's the opening. Oh, that's the window. Oh, it's so weird on camera. It looks like two doors. No, that is two doors. That's two doors.
It is. It's a cabinet. I didn't know that's what you were talking about. Yes.
Yeah, it's a pair of doors.
That's
Okay,
where we keep our food, and it's also they're unusable. They're absolutely completely unusable.
Okay,
and that's
so
the
when you
wall that
say not usable, so explain to me why they're not usable.
well, I use them.
No, but I mean,
Well,
can you? Well, you can't. You're
yeah,
not going to open them, but
well, I can.
okay. They have a middle divider, right? They have a middle
Right
divider.
here, this wall
Oh,
is angled.
yeah. We'll take that out. We're just going to make it bigger, and then you see the middle divider. We're going to get rid of the middle divider, and then you just need adjustable shelves. They need to be a little bit deeper, so wider.
Yes.
Wider and deeper. So,
I just think the thing is when you have these shelves like way up high.
Well, they are high, but that's because the rest of your cabinets don't work.
Yeah.
You're not really supposed to be using the top shelves. That's for extra stuff. The problem is nothing else below it is working correctly.
Okay.
So once we fix those issues, you won't care about your top shelves. So I would do it kind of, I know this is kind of light. I'm going to do a darker sketch.
I can't see it at all.
Yeah.
It's the way it's angled.
Yeah, so you have enough room. Those doors are actually kind of big. So it would be better to do it like this. And then these are your adjustable, these are your floating shelves. So we make this wider because you have the room. We split it into 3 doors with no middles. And you do your floating shelves over here. Or some combination, right? If you want your floating shelves bigger, like design-wise, that's actually a nice space. You could do floating shelves on both sides and a cabinet down the middle, which is
like what I was envisioning, Camille, and maybe this won't work, but what I was envisioning was like this.
Yeah, but I mean, you have the space to do that there. So that whole wall uppers could be way more functional than what you have right now. So, but you have the space to do it. And those are not expensive cabinets. It's just good design. It's not.
But I'm saying,
yeah.
I always envisioned instead of having those shelves up there, instead of having cabinets, can you see that picture? Like I wanted to do open shelving on that. And
yeah, but I wouldn't for the whole thing. I would do a section of it. They can be matching pairs. You need actual upper cabinets. You don't have enough to hide the rest of your regular stuff.
Okay.
Your upper, we're going to do a version of, I would suggest a version of that, but not, what they're not showing you is the whole rest of the kitchen that is completely enclosed, right? She's just got some pots here. Like, she doesn't have an actual kitchen on those shelves. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She has pretty pottery.
Well, in my thinking, in my own thinking, and this is actually exactly why I need to talk to an expert about like making a decision about doing something like this, which is a big decision because if we ever sold our house, people may want a whole wall of open shelving because
they won't. And even the people that do it think that it's going to. Those photos are stylized. They're Instagram. They're staged. Very few women I've seen actually can work with actual open shelves and actually like them.
Yeah, because
they do a portion of it. I have 3 sets of. I have 9 fairly small open shelves in my kitchen, but they're fairly small and they're decorative and extra and cookbooks and some of my fancier wine glasses and stuff like that. But the rest of the kitchen is still enclosed. So a combination of the two is what I would suggest. You'll still get the feel of it. It will feel like your kitchen is open shelves.
Okay.
You don't have to do all open shelves to make that happen.
Okay.
And I actually thought that was going to be great. I have them for all my like matching coffee cups and my stuff that I like. And they're very useful. We use them all the time. It's just that I don't have all my mismatched stuff up there. My cereal and my chips and my snacks and like all that stuff. So, yeah. Okay, so let's work on the other. So let's do wall 2, which is there's not much we can do, right? And sometimes there's nothing you can do with the refrigerator wall. So the best solution for your money is going to be buy a true counter depth refrigerator. So between saving for cabinets when you decide what you want to, pay for, and then the refrigerator and the wall or the the window, those are going to be your 3 biggest investments that are going to pay off. In this kitchen, that's where it's worth the money.
So it's cabinet.
The cabinets, the window replacement to be a little bit wider, that's going to pay off. You're going to really feel that.
Okay.
And then the third is buying a true counter depth refrigerator. That's all you can do with this wall. There's no other place to put the refrigerator. I've already thought through all that. Every other location, there's not a better location that's not going to give up 5 other things that you're going to want. So it has to go there. And this pinch point, right? That corner pinch point is what we're trying to fix. And so the only fix to that is to spread stuff away from that corner. So we're gonna this little pinch point that's right there that you hate, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
So what we're trying to do is move the geometry so that those 2 things are not as close together. And so one way we're going to do it is by shortening the depth of the refrigerator to be a true counter depth fridge. And so a true counter depth fridge means 24 inches deep, not 33. Okay. 24 inches deep. So you're going to pay more for that, but you can be, nowadays they're so common that you can really, if you know what you're looking for, and you can really pay attention and save a little bit, and then all of a sudden you see it and it's on sale for like $2,000 less, then you buy it then. Like you know what you're looking for. That's going to make a big difference in this kitchen. So
can I ask you a question about counter depth fridges while we're here for a second?
Yes.
So, I have 2 boys.
Yeah.
11 and 13. And they require a lot of
food
sustenance. Yes.
Yeah.
And so the thing with that's what I want. I want a counter depth fridge. But this big fridge that we bought, very inefficient the way its space is used.
Yep.
And I'm wondering, do they make those counter depth fridges? Like, did somebody think about that?
They do. No, they do. It's just that you've been shopping for them in regular, like Lowe's and Home Depot. And what you really need to do is, there's we can do like a whole live just on fridges, literally. Okay. There's so much to learn about counter depth fridges. But the big thing is that if you want the same volume, you want the same capacity, you have to get one that's taller. So in the industry, there's a lot of there's a lot of lying that goes on where they deliberately mislead the consumer and they use marketing that says counter depth fridge. It's not a counter depth fridge. They just put that on the literature. And the only way you really know is if you literally measure the refrigerator yourself. Don't look at the tag. Don't look at any of the numbers or on anything. Take your little tape measure with you when you go shopping and you measure that what's called the case. The case is the part up to the door, and that should be 24 inches. And you want 24 inches because that's the depth of the cabinets, the base cabinets. So you have to actually look at that, and you'll notice that when you do that, a typical refrigerator is 69 inches tall. 69, 70 is 99% of all 36-inch fridges are 69 or 70 inches tall. Okay. A true counter depth will be like 84 inches tall. It'll be way taller. And that's where you get your volume. That's where you get a true freezer and a true refrigerator. But you're gonna probably pay $5,000, $6,000 maybe. If you get it on sale, maybe $4,500, $4,000 maybe. But you have to be looking for it, right? You have to be looking for it. And that'll definitely increase your housing value too. People love those fridges when you do them.
Okay.
So that's one solution that you can plan for over time, right? And what that's going to do is give you this little cabinet to the right, should be your cookie sheet cabinet. Okay, that should be your cookie sheet door right there, which I would give you anyways. And that's a perfect door for cookie sheets. So that solves that issue. Because your cookie sheets and platters should not be underneath other things, right? They should be able to be pulled straight out. So now we're on the last wall. And so let me add up our numbers. I have available, right, is you have 22. Oh, is your stove 36? It looks like 36. Can you measure it?
Yes.
It's either 36 or 30.
It's 30. And you know what I always wanted to do over my stove?
Mm-hmm.
Was like this. Like I never want like this stove. This isn't what I wanted, but I like that idea. Can you see that picture?
It just takes a while to get over here.
I love those.
It goes to China and back.
Oh, okay.
Come on. 39 and okay, so that's 91. So we have 91 available right now. Come on. It's so weird the picture doesn't show up there.
I know, it's not coming up on the live. I'm looking at my phone as I'm doing this, and I don't know why it's not.
Well, it took a so that like glass hood, you mean?
Well, yeah, whatever. Oh, well, I didn't know that was glass, but that idea, that general idea of having.
You want it visible and then out like that?
I don't necessarily, like, that may not be, like, I didn't get to pull that picture because of that, but I like that idea of having, like, the wall clean.
Well, you mean you're gonna have cabinets on both sides, though?
No, but I mean above, like tiled.
Tile, okay.
And then with it clean,
you want it finished behind the hood. Yeah, finished behind the hood.
Not having that kind of hood. And this, right here.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to finish what we call a finished hood, and both cabinets are finished on both sides. Okay, so what you have right now is, can you swing it to the right of the stove so I can see just real quick again the cabinets? Just down a little bit, just a little. Got it, okay. And is that a gas stove or electric?
Electric.
Perfect, even better, even cheaper. I know that'll make you happy. Okay. All right, so what did I say? 45 and a half.
You just bought that stove not too long ago.
15 is 30 and a half. Oh, wait a minute. 91. Sorry. I got lost track of my numbers here. All right, so 22, 30. So what I'm doing is I'm adding up the available space that you have currently.
Okay.
Your 22, your 30, and your 39, just to start, right? So that's 91 inches that's available, divided by 2. Gives me my new center at 45 and a half. So one of the problems that you're having with the kitchen, right, is these pinch points in the corners, okay? And so part of that is because your stove is too close to this corner, right?
Right.
So if we shifted it so it was actually symmetrical, it would do two things. One, it would make it symmetry, which is good on the eyes for the brain, human brain, and it fixes the corner problem. So it actually fixes two problems in one, and it's no more expensive to do that, cabinetry-wise. It just literally move an electrical outlet down. It's super easy to do, so that we want our new center to be here. And so that's sort of the least expensive way. If we did that, then what I do is I take out of my 45 and a half center, I figure out where my new stove is, right? So I do 91 inches available minus 30, right? Gives me 88. No, that can't be right. Are you sure that's 39 to the right of the stove? The cabinet is 39?
It's 38 and a half.
Okay, so that's 39. Okay. All right, minus 30. And the little cabinet to the left of the stove is 22. Not the corner part, just the actual cabinet, right? Is 22? Yeah, it looks...
Well, it's 19 and a half if I measure the countertop to the
cabinet. Do cabinets. Do the actual cabinet, not the countertop.
The face of the cabinet drawer is 15 and a half.
Okay, so that's where our numbers are off. Okay, I can't see you measuring as you're... There we go. Okay, now can I watch you measure? Do all the way into the corner of the cabinet and then all the way to the... No, on the front. On the front. But don't measure the drawer front. Yeah, exactly. And then that's 15 and a half?
Oh, that's 20.
Oh, so it is 20. Okay, then that's 20. Okay, we're back to 20. Okay, so because you have an older style cabinet, there's a lot of wasted space.
Yes.
Right? And so I'm trying to collect all that extra wasted space. And so, okay, so I'm back to, so it's not 91, it's 89 is what we have because we took off the 2 inches. Okay, but we still have 89. So what I'm doing is 89 minus 30 is 59. 59 divided by 2 is 29 and a half. So what you have available, not including a pantry, but the simplest thing is 2 cabinets. Well, we need minus 3 because of a filler, minus 3. So 24 and a half. Okay, so one thing to always remember when you're laying out cabinets is that you always want to have a tape measure out, like I do this with my clients. So we actually look at the scale of the thing we're talking about, not just a number on a drawing, right? We actually pull it out and I go, okay, now look at how big this cabinet is, right? Look at how big this cabinet's too big for a drawer. This is too small for a drawer. So,
Yeah.
I've done this a lot, so I kind of know that that's already a really good cabinet size. So that's what I would suggest for your drawers. So you would have drawers left and right. So not only is that corner going to be useful, where you couldn't use it at all before, right? The corner where the fridge is.
Yes.
That whole corner is going to be useful. You're going to actually be able to use that whole corner and the drawers left and right.
Yes.
And then that also makes it so you have good, adequate cabinets on both sides. So when you set stuff down cooking wise, right, you're not only on the right side or only on the left side. And that's really important with stoves and sinks. You don't want to have no countertops on both sides. It's irritating to cook that way.
Oh, no, I couldn't even have that. Like, I would never even, yes, that just bothers me.
People do. They design stuff and they leave themselves like 6 inches to the left sink. And I'm like, no, you can't.
That drives me nuts.
Yeah, you can't have that. So 89 minus 30. Yeah, so you have roughly 24 inches on both sides, which is a big, my kinds of drawers are really deep, all soft closing. They're like the workhorse of the kitchen. So 90% of your stuff will fit in those 6 drawers. So that becomes basically your main kitchen, is those 6 drawers.
Can I just tell you?
Only 2 cabinets.
Okay, this is crazy, Camille.
Huh?
Listen, I'm so excited because you just told me the measurement, right?
Yeah.
You were saying to hold up what it looks like for myself.
Yes.
I don't even have anything in my kitchen, like
Exactly.
no floor. That's that wide.
Yeah, I know. That's because it wasn't. It's just really poorly designed. It's actually a simple design. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
It's just nobody thought about it. So yeah, that's what my design from the inside out is doing. It's thinking about it from the inside out, not the pretty parts first, right? The pretty parts are easy to do. Okay, so then what that's going to mean is that, and then we always do the base cabinets first because the base cabinets replicate the uppers. So you don't have different sizes, right? So we have to figure out the base cabinets first because that's the floor plan. That's what holds up the countertops. That's where the sink goes and the stove goes. So that's why we're doing the base cabinets first. Okay. And then those numbers create what the uppers look like because we match everything. So they're not asymmetrical. So then it just is really straightforward, actually. Then it's just like this, stove. So now it's going to look very symmetrical over there, whereas before it didn't look symmetrical at all, which is another thing you don't like about it, right? It just looks odd. The doors are different sizes, and right? So now it'll look symmetrical, and it'll be functional.
That's the first area that you see, too, when you walk in my house. So it's like...
And those are really nice sized cabinets. Like you will fit all of your kitchen in those 6 drawers, which is money wise for me. That's just 2 cabinets. Oh, that's 2 well designed drawer units. Can you see how simple and inexpensive that is? But it's actually going to fix like 5 things all at once. Not only is it more functional, more prettier, more symmetrical, fixes the corner, and not expensive. Like, because it's just 2 cabinets. It's not 8 cabinets. So that's what I have right now.
Oh, I can't really see it. It's not centered. Wow, I'm so excited.
Oh, sorry, that's right.
Oh, perfect. Yes.
Okay, and now these are big, deep drawers. I'm drawing them kind of quickly, but I can post some emails or some pictures of what they actually look like. Yeah. So they have to be full extension. They have to be soft closing. They have to have really good hardware. But just those 6 drawers basically will be the workhorse, and the other 3 on the other side in the garbage can. That solves 90% of all the issues you have in your kitchen. Just that. And that's only that's 4 cabinets. Okay, 4 cabinets, not 30. And then we just match the uppers, right? So the bottoms are 24, right? The tops now become 24. And design-wise, if you want to do your little hood in here that's got the tile in the back, you do it like that. I didn't do a very good job drawing it, but
Okay.
right. And so this, yeah. So this is all tile. So that makes it look big and open.
Wow.
And I haven't added the pantry yet. So this is just the I'm doing it in least expensive to, you can continue adding stuff.
Okay.
Now your corner, yeah. So then the solution to the corner again is actually pretty straightforward. So I would do a 45-degree cabinet, which is why we created these cabinets, is a angled cabinet. So on the drawing, it looks kind of like this. So that's the X. So it's a 45-degree cabinet.
Oh, yes.
And I don't always do them. They're a little more expensive, but in this case, this is a perfect solution for that corner. And all of a sudden, that whole entire corner will become completely useful. It'll go from 0 usefulness to, I love this corner. Like, I love this corner. And then, yeah. So I would just wrap that, all that whole corner will just become like really, really pretty, and it'll just kind of come right out at you. So that's kind of the, it's going to wrap around. And because the little cookie sheet is just a little 10-inch cabinet, you'll just have a little cabinet there. There's not much you can do with that. Again, very inexpensive cabinets to have made, or to, whatever. So that would be, so that's your pots and pans. Your spice drawer is going to go in the top of one of those skinny drawers, okay, because they're going to be deep enough to put your spices.
Oh, I love that.
And then, so they won't be in your upper, so that you're not taking up room in your uppers. And then design-wise, 24 inches, 25 is pretty good size. So you could do double doors or one single door. So depending on the style that you like, right, you could split these into 2 skinny doors with no middles, right, with no middles. And it kind of adds a different effect.
Okay.
So you get the chance, it's 24, 25 is a good cabinet to either do 1 single door or 2 double doors. And it's literally just personal preference.
What do you like?
They won't have any middles, so you won't have any dividers in anything.
What is your preference?
I kind of like the idea of aesthetically like a white shaker cabinet with that black and that natural wood look with the shelves. I think it'd be kind of pretty to do the 4 doors and do the black wrought iron, like a little bit of an industrial knob.
Okay.
Because then you'd have 4 of them, right? You'd have more of them going across, I think is kind of pretty. Sometimes when you have a kitchen with 85 doors, that sort of black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white is so much, it's overwhelming. But this is a nice amount of doors. So design-wise, I think it'd be pretty. Obviously, a single door is more functional in general because it's opening, because you're actually lucky. Your kitchen will be very symmetrical, and you'll walk straight up, and you get either door on both sides. So they'll be very functional. You're not moving around them. Yeah. So functionality-wise, probably this way, right? 2 bigger doors.
I like the 2 doors. I do like the 2 doors. I was just wondering if I was on the right track with that.
I'm just saying you're lucky you actually have the option. Both. Normally, we do one or the other. One that fits better. In this case, you could actually do either.
Okay.
So, and so then the only other thing I would do is either raise the floor in the other room. It's not a very big room to do that. It's not very expensive to do that. If you did that, that whole room would feel more open. But if you didn't want to do that, then I would add on the pantry. The only difficulty is you have to step down to get to it, which is kind of, I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a little bit irritating, but probably still better than what you're doing right now with your pantry that you absolutely hate on the other side. So if you were willing to do a pantry, that's where I would put it.
That's where I had always envisioned it myself.
And I would maybe do, you could do some pretty furniture feet, so it kind of looks like it's intentional. And what I would do when I design my pantries is I do drawers on the bottom, and I do a single open door with all adjustable shelves in the middle with no dividers from your knees to your shoulders. So it's completely open, and all of the stuff gets organized so that right down here is where you put your flour and your heavy stuff that you're not using a lot, right? All your baked goods. We don't want any of your baked goods mixed in with your daily use stuff. And then all these adjustable shelves in the middle, this is all your daily use stuff. Your cereal, your chips, your canned goods, because we want the light to fall right in the middle.
Yes.
We want to see everything. And so when the rest of your stuff is all organized, the only stuff that'll be in that pantry will be very well organized. And so you'll actually be able to use all of that space.
Yeah.
And that cabinet's 24 inches deep. So it's a full deep, and this would be 30 inches. That's a big ass pantry. Let me tell you, if it's designed this way, that is a really, really big, useful pantry.
So that's the wall that it would go on. And that, yeah.
It's really, that's a big pantry. You would have so much storage in that. You would absolutely love it. And it's really only taking up 30 inches, which is not a lot of space, but you would actually love it. So that's my final.
Okay. Wow. This is Camille.
Can you see it?
Move it over a little bit. Oh my gosh. Yes. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
So yeah, so then you'd have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You'd have 11 of the drawers I'm talking about, the really big, deep drawers that actually function well. I'll post on your page. I'll post a couple examples of like what I'm talking about with the drawers, because it's the right kind of drawers. They can't be too skinny. They can't be crappy hardware. Then they're not going to work again. It has to be the right stuff.
Okay.
So this is probably, so that's our wall 3, right? I'm going to call that wall 3. And actually probably what I'll do is, I didn't do a sketch yet. Let me do. I didn't do a sketch of. Well, here, I'll do the sketch of wall 1 and wall 2 while you ask me questions real quick. The front version sketch, if you have questions. Or Joey says, this is so good. Good, I'm glad you're still there.
Well, I don't know if he's still here. That was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if the comments are not showing up or if people are just commenting. I'm not sure, but I'm checking my phone as we're doing this now to see.
Bridge.
I don't know who's here with us live. If there's anybody still watching here with us live,
let us know you're alive. Let us know you're alive.
Please let us know that you're still here with us. And so next week.
Can you do one more measurement so I can do the sketch of the the uppers that are to the right of the sink? Go like maybe don't go any closer than maybe 5 inches to the window. Because I want to make that wider. I want to get rid of the angled shelves, but I don't want it to encroach on the window. Does that make sense?
Yes, because there isn't, like right here, this is an angle.
Yeah, I want to take that out.
So I would just measure right to here then, probably, right?
No, I want to use some of it. I just don't want to go, it looks like about maybe 6 inches to the window. You can just do it on the wall. You don't have to measure the cabinet. You can just no.
Obviously, I don't do construction.
Okay, here, let me show you. Go the other way. Put the tape the other way. Into the corner. Angle the tape measure. Under the cabinet. Nope, do the tape into the corner. Do the tape. There you go. But under the cabinet. There you go. See how easy that is? Just go shove the tape all the way into the corner, and now go to the left and get me about 5 inches to the window. Yeah. It looks like about 6.
It's 58.
Okay, that looks about right. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go with 60. Oh, Kim McGee's still here.
Oh, Kim. Oh,
Kim's probably cooking.
Joey's still here too. Hi, Joey. And Kim is still here. Thank you for
she's probably cooking and listening to us gab. Okay, so this whole thing is 60, right? This whole tape is 60. So I'm trying to visualize that wall, like what's a useful, I want to be able to have floating shelves, but I also want, didn't you tell me that thing was 69 before? Oh, right, because we're going to gain space because of the pantry. Yeah, we're going to gain space.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Right, we're going to gain some space, probably 10 inches maybe, I'd say, probably to,
no, a lot more.
For the straight part.
Oh,
So I'm just going to say, I'm going to say that's probably, so if we did 20, I mean, I'm just thinking of my own shelves. They're not very big and they're really useful. I don't even think mine are 20 inches wide and they're very useful. My floating shelves, they don't have to be very big to be really useful.
To me, I would like it because I'm very much a person that like I'm claustrophobic and I don't like the cabinets. So maybe it would be better because this wall right here is angled. If the cabinets like went to like here,
and then a cabinet in the middle,
and then I did the floating shelves like right here,
and then one on the other side.
Oh, yeah, even that.
That's sort of what I'm envisioning is like maybe like a four, I want you to get 2 doors though is the thing. So I'm thinking like a 34 is actually that's a good sized cabinet. That's for an upper, that's a good sized cabinet. So if we did a 34 with 2 doors like this, and then you had floating shelves on both sides, right? They're angled. That's really pretty, I think.
Wow.
Kind of like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's really functional. This is a really 34-inch wide cabinet with no middle is very functional. You'll get like a lot of stuff in all your upper stuff, glasses, plates. I think that's kind of pretty, and it gives you that feeling of that other kitchen. And then down below, we're gonna have back to dishwasher. So we have basically like a dishwasher. And then your drawers for your utensils, which will be a very useful drawer. And then a single door. Oh, damn, I didn't do this to scale. Sorry, I didn't do it to scale. I screwed that up.
That's all right. We're messing around.
Yeah. And then these are adjustable shelves. It's kind of like that, right?
Oh.
So
yeah.
Dishwasher drawer and single door. But that single door will be actually really useful because it'll be adjustable shelves.
Yeah.
And because 90% of all your other stuff that needs a space will be in a drawer, you'll actually be able to use that little door cabinet for specialty stuff. It won't be, none of your main stuff will be in any of that.
Okay.
All right. And then your sink one is kind of straightforward. I wish I could draw a good farmhouse sink, but it's basically like this. I can do nicer.
You have a good imagination.
I can do good. This is your garbage, which you will absolutely love. And then your farmhouse sink. I'm watching and cleaning my kitchen, Kim.
I know, and thank you. Oh, she could watch this all day. I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't know how long this was going to be. Obviously, this is a very special situation.
Oh no, I'm almost done. This is about what it takes. We should have told that. People can go back and rewatch.
No, it's amazing. Yes, and actually, if you made it this far in the replay, please make sure you say hello to us so we can say hello.
Tell us what's going on. We're designing Vanessa's kitchen and reimagining what is possible.
This is my dream. Like, this is my biggest dream.
I love it.
This is like huge. I didn't even think it was possible.
Yeah. Oh, this is very possible. This is not an expensive kitchen to build. Like, this is very simple. So that's the little sink area, right? Garbage, farmhouse sink, little door.
Oh.
Yeah, this will be a really pretty kitchen. When you eventually do this will be an adorable kitchen. Very functional, and this will definitely increase your housing value, let me tell you. Any woman would love this kitchen.
I mean, kitchens are really important in a house. I mean, I think so they're the heart of the home. That's what I tell my clients, that, your kitchen has to be working. It just does.
And most people, I mean, the reason why people hire me as a woman is because the guys, they don't do this work. They don't think about where the stuff is going. It's actually not very complicated. Once you do it one time, you're like, it's basic common sense, right? But they just don't, they don't know what's possible. Like those drawers make all the difference. If I couldn't do this certain kind of drawer, I wouldn't be able to know with confidence that this is going to work. But because I've done it so many times, like I know it works. Joey says, I'm dreaming of a pantry with drawers on the bottom. Genius. So Joey, I'll post some pictures for Vanessa, or I'll link back to mine, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And they really are like a dream. Like you wouldn't think it solves the problem that easily, but it really does.
Well, I just have to interject here because one of my things, and actually when I started my organizing business many, many years ago, babe, way back in like 98, one of the first things that I would do is people would, very high-end houses, usually way back at that time, people would have their closets redone. So they would pay to have their walk-in closets.
I remember that, yep.
Yeah. And they'd have their closets completely redone, but then they didn't know how to put their stuff in the closet because when the closet was designed, it wasn't designed around how they actually lived. It was designed around, we have these cabinets to sell you.
That's basically what I just did for you right now. It's the same thing.
That's why this is like, it's unheard of to be able to have, that's why you're so special, first of all.
Yes.
It's unheard of to be able to have this where there's, you know, and that's what I love, you know, in my life, in my office, in my job, if I say to somebody, why are you doing that? And they tell me, because that's the way it's always been done, that makes me crazy.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand the psychology and the philosophy of why you do anything. And that's the problem that's missing in kitchens. Yeah. That's why you have thousands and thousands of people that you can help because
people don't realize just how simple it is really. But they don't know that they have drawers like this and they don't know like how to think about it. So yeah, well that's why I like helping one small kitchen at a time. Well, and
how disheartening
it brings me joy to solve these simple problems because they're really solvable. Like, you know.
Well, right, and how it's so disheartening to go spend whatever I read, like the average kitchen was $50,000. I don't know, but to spend any amount of money, it doesn't even matter.
And then it doesn't even fix the problem.
Your problem is still not fixed.
Yep, it looks prettier, but it doesn't function any better. That you still don't have a place to put your tinfoil. You're still
right.
Yeah, So I'm in jobs all the time where I didn't get the job right, going in to do the counters or something, and I ask them what they spent on their kitchen, and you know, like $90,000 on cabinets, and I'm just like, and I can see the same problems. I can see all the same problems, like tons of doors on the bottom. She has no drawers. She has no place to put anything. And she's like, yeah, I just hate my kitchen. I don't know why. And I'm like, oh God, I don't even want to tell you. Like they didn't think about it. So that's sort of my, well, that's the strategy of the class, is trying to really help women see how to work through these things, see what's possible, see what the solutions are. And So the next
Camille was just mentioning her class, and I don't know where you just went black. I don't know what happened to you. She has this kitchen coach program, and she's going to tell you more about that too. And we're going to wrap it up here. I don't know where she went. I hope she can come back.
Right here.
Let me see if I can reconnect her to the broadcast. She probably can't even hear me. I don't know.
I see you.
Okay. There's probably a lag on the end of you guys watching it on Facebook, so maybe not even have caught up that Camille isn't here right now.
I'm here, yeah.
So I'm going to wait for a second to add her into the broadcast because I don't know what happened to her. And read your comments while I'm waiting to see if she comes back. And I hope she does, because her part of wrapping this thing up was her part. She was going to tell you about what we're going to talk about next in the second part. And that part won't be, you see us both right now. Oh, maybe I can't hear her or see her if she's still there. There's a lag on Facebook. So I don't know how much the delay is. I'm going to add her, see if I can add her back in. I still don't see her. So I don't know what happened. She sees me. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you see me both. Okay. Well, I can't see her for whatever reason. So if you guys can see her, you just kicked her off. Oh, wait, hold on. It's just a lag. tell me when you can see her. I have to wait for a second. She can see me, but I can't hear her.
Hello, I see you.
So, Camille, if you're still here.
I'm still here.
Because I can't see you.
I know.
We must have went over our time. Maybe Facebook's like, okay, bye. This has been long enough.
Do you want me to?
So Joey sees us both, and Kim sees us both, or not. Says I just kicked her off. I'm gonna put. See? Can you see her? I can't.
That's so weird.
Oh, good. Okay.
Maybe,
well, I can't hear her. I can't see her.
You both.
So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, if you guys can. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys see her. I don't know. We are very, very weird. I don't see her at all.
I'm gonna.
Okay, so if you guys can see and hear her, because I can't, Camille, this is going to be very weird because now it's like when I ride my bicycle with my husband and he's driving and I can't see him. I mean, I can't see and I have to sit in the back and I just have to trust him. I'm just going to trust that you can close this up for us and talk about what we're going to talk about next weekend, next Saturday at the same time. And I guess I'll just be surprised when I go watch on the replay. Okay, she's gonna go over the cost. I don't know, that's trippy. Let me mess with my stuff on my end. I'm gonna just show her then if you guys can see her. See what my problem is.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. So what I see here for costs, Vanessa, are not very much money, because I know that's what most people worry about. And so realistically, this is probably about $9,000 in cabinetry, just so you know. So I know you can't hear me, but I'm gonna say this is around $9,000, 7 to 9, depending on, obviously you get this less expensive at IKEA, but if you wanted to actually hire a custom cabinet shop, realistically, this would probably be around $9,000, and probably about 3 to 4 for countertops. So hopefully you got that. Hopefully you can hear me. Let me see if anybody can hear me. Did you hear me? So hopefully you got that. Can you hear me? Vanessa, can you not hear me? Anybody can hear me. Vanessa, talk. Did you hear me? Can you not hear me? Hi, Joey. Vanessa, talk.
I don't know. Can you see me? Like, I don't. This is so annoying. You guys can probably both. Like, I don't know if you guys. No. Okay, Camille.
Let me.
I'm talking.
Up.
I don't know. Can you see me? Like, I don't know. This is so annoying. You guys can probably both. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
You guys, no.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up for Vanessa and me.
Camille.
So I gave her the cost, and I gave her the cost, and so what we're talking about next week is we're going to be doing session 2, where we get a little bit deeper into the psychology of why, why this is important, why simplifying your life is important, why picking things that bring you pleasure, things you enjoy are worth doing. So next Saturday, Vanessa and I are going to go over this, kind of the psychology behind the scenes of improving your life, simplifying your life, and just organization and why that's important. So I'm gonna sign off. Vanessa can't see me, and thank you guys for staying on so long. This was really fun, and I love doing these little kitchen sessions, kitchen design sessions. And next week we'll talk about my kitchen class. Not a big deal. This was just so fun to share this with you guys. Okay, so Vanessa, I'm gonna say goodbye. Vanessa, she still doesn't see me. I know. Bye, guys. This was fun. He's-